Today we're going to continue deep diving this rookie draft class, and we're going to look at Zach Evans from Ole Miss, one of the most polarizing running back prospects in this year's class. His recruiting story is very interesting. It's a whole video in itself, but in short, he was a 5-star recruit from 247 Sports Composite Rankings, and he had a lot of schools he was interested in. He had led on a bunch of schools, almost signed with a bunch of schools. At one time, he had like 5 different top 5 schools, and this led on for a year and a half, 2 years, and eventually he wound up at TCU. That's a very detailed, intricate story, but nonetheless an interesting one about how he bounced from school to school, and with them being this top school to go to, showing that he had some commitment issues or something's going on, but eventually landed at TCU. At the opening regional, he posted a 37-inch vertical and ran a 4.51 40-yard dash at 200 pounds. Usually, when you're a younger prospect, that 40-yard dash increases over time, but it's good to see him with a 37-inch vertical. That means he's got pop in his step, has burst, and as we know, when he gets to the collegiate level, he definitely shows that. During his freshman season, it was a feeling out process, 2 100-yard games, 415 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Things increased the next year in 2021, rushed for 648 yards and 5 touchdowns. Then he caught turf toe midway through the season, stated he wanted to transfer and play for Deion Sanders, and then eventually committed to Ole Miss. Prior to the injury, though, he was on a roll with 4 straight 100-yard games against Cal, SMU, Texas, and Texas Tech. This would have easily been a 1,000-yard season for him, easily would have had double-digit touchdowns, but things went a little crazy with the injury at the end, and eventually he transferred out at TCU. Now he went to Ole Miss, and it was a good season overall, but Quinshon Judkins stole the show, but he still rushed for 936 yards, 9 touchdowns, had 207 rushing yards against Arkansas, and 100-yard games against Troy, Georgia Tech, and Auburn. Some career stats to note: averaged 12.4 yards after the catch per reception on his career, 4.21 yards after contact per attempt, 2.8 average depth of target. That's on 37 total targets on his career. 12.5% of his career carries went for 15 yards or more. Now, looking at the tape, he's a 215-pound back with good size, top tier, size-adjusted athleticism. He's got speed for days. He's got burst for days. He can get the edge. He can make you pay when he sees open space. He can start and stop on a dime. He's an assertive decision maker, really makes his decisions quick when he sees the hole. He's got a fast mental processor, home run threat, can score anywhere on the field. He's got that speed and burst, can really turn it up real quick. He's physical at the point of contact, especially with that burst, allows him to create that inertia and really deliver that boom at the point of contact. Will do very well at the combine. He's a very athletic prospect. Coming out of high school, he was considered the next Adrian Peterson. There was a lot of hype built up about this guy. The recruiting process itself kind of put a stamp on that. He can make guys miss in the open field due to his quickness, due to his assertiveness, due to his ability to stick his foot in the ground and move laterally. He's north-south runner, but can change directions a little bit, and he's very explosive. Some negatives to his game, and there's not really much. Only recorded 3 pass blocking snaps in 3 seasons, so you can say he's very inexperienced. I would say it's malpractice to say he can't pass block due to limited sample size, but the thing you got to ask here, why that low of opportunity in this regard of his game? Why is he not pass blocking with 2 different collegiate programs over 3 years? Is he not capable? Is he not being at the right place at the right time? And if he's not at the right place at the right time, what else is he having mental lapses at? And if he is even having mental lapses, or is this just something that happens? You have another running back that's taking those liberties and you're just having him run routes. What is this all leading to? But this is an indication that something you need to look at. Is it a red flag? It's something you gotta scratch the whiskers on your chin about. caught just 26 passes in 3 years. That's a low number, even though he's posting an elite level yards after catch per reception with over 12 on his career. A lot of bursts. He can get you a lot of chunks if he gets the ball in space. That's one way you can get him the ball in space. I could see him being a pass-catching running back at the NFL level, especially wheeling some targets in the flat, because he has the upside of getting you yards after the catch on every time he touches the ball. College production makes sense because his story. However, he does not have that huge season, which makes things feel a little bit incomplete. But I understand that last year at TCU, the injury, then transitioning to Ole Miss, then having to play with a stud running back, a freshman who's going off. It all makes sense in the storyline, but again, you still get that feeling. Right now, he's a top-tier rookie pick. Right now, he's a top-tier back. The athleticism, what you see on tape, the explosiveness, what he does after the catch, what he does when he's making guys miss in the open field, that speed, the quick decision-making, the assertiveness, that's what you want. His draft capital is going to be very important. It's going to dictate his rookie draft value, but as you can see here, everything's kind of lining up with him being a good prospect. He kills the combine. You know he's going to get some eyes on him. He's very explosive. The upside's unreal. He has the upside of being a top 5 running back in the league, and we could see that happening, especially he goes to a good situation. Could be a top 5 Dynasty running back as early as 2023, 2024-ish. He can really flip things on his head. You cannot deny it when you see it on tape. The red flags are there. They're very limited, but the upside's unreal. When it comes to chasing him in the first round of rookie drafts, it's hard not to. Especially when we figure out his landing spot, we figure out the draft capital, it's going to be hard not to want to chase him because of this unreal upside. I can't see him not being used in the passing game as a receiver out of the backfield due to how electric he is with the ball in his hands. I can see him getting a sizable workload due to how electric he is when he's running between the tackles, seeing the ball in open space. I could see that happening. Are there mental lapses, though? Because he did only have 35 pass blocking snaps on his career. Had some low-graded games per PFF, also had some high ones, but the sample's so small, it's really hard to grade out on that, especially when you're watching him on tape. You're not getting enough opportunities to get a good feel. How aggressive he is with the ball in his hands means he probably is aggressive at the point of contact when it is stabilizing that block. So in my head, it's like, is he at the wrong place at the wrong time when it's time to make the block? Is there mental lapses? I don't know. Is that going to lead to mental lapses? Learning a new offense or anything like that? I don't know, but that is a red flag or something to look into, considering he's not getting those opportunities. But again, those opportunities could be just given to another player, could be the offense. A guy like him, I'd be wheeling out in routes anyways with how electric he is in space. Those are some things you want to look at, but you also want to be objective about as well. You don't want to look at them one way or another because that could be a sign to something else long term. Overall, I think he's a great prospect. I like how explosive he is. Those are the prospects I like. I like running backs who has the size, who can catch the ball, who can beat you in space and is getting that opportunity to be a top tier guy. That's something Zach Evans can be and is worth the bet in rookie drafts because the upside's unlimited. The upside is a top tier back that everybody wants, and that's something I want. Let me know in the comments below what you think about Zach Evans. He is a debated upon prospect. Some people have him as the RB2. Some people think of him as a bust. Some people don't like him. I want to hear your thoughts on Zach Evans because I've heard a lot of different things, but I'm very interested in him. Smash that subscribe button on the way out. It's only going to help you for your rookie drafts going forward, and I want to thank you for watching.